soon it was trees and dark, my brothers.
Good morning, Jeremy. Happy Friday, buddy. How you doing? Is it possible that we're up and down bad at the same time, Ballard? That is possible, I think. Good midday to you, too. I can't believe it's Friday already. I feel like we just did this a week ago. Florida State's being accused of tampering in the portal. You know, contacting players during the dead period and whatnot. I believe it has something to do with a Michigan State player or something that was in the portal. I don't know. But you could expect to see a lot more of this. Finger pointing. You know, this team cheated. They contacted our player when they weren't supposed to. I mean, well, first of all, that's been going on for a while now, but it's about to get worse. What's up, Matt? Yeah, I tend to agree with you, Michael. I mean, I at this point, I really don't believe that there's any team out there that's 100% buttoned up and following every rule. And maybe I'm naive in thinking that there were some teams that were doing that in the past, which I probably am naive. But at this point, it's just, you know, it's open season. What's up, Brad Pitt? Anybody got any big plans for the weekend? I'm supposed to be going to and I don't even know really how I feel about this, honestly, but anybody ever been to an air show before? You know, planes, fighter jets. What's up, Colby? I think the last time I went to an air show, I was probably like 10. I don't know, like maybe even younger than that. And that was the Blue Angels. I don't think this one that we're going to is the Blue Angels. Maybe it is. I don't know. I really know nothing about it. Let me see if I can find out, actually. Clemson does not tamper in the portal. Yeah, I know. Well, they might. Yeah, they might be the only one. That's true, though. I didn't think of that. I don't know. For some reason, I don't trust air shows. And look, my older brother's a pilot in the Air Force for 20 years. But I've just seen too many horror videos of air shows gone wrong, and of course, I just know. The first time I go to one in 30 years is going to be the time that, you know, some crazy shit happens. I don't need planes flying over my head, you know, 10 feet above my head to get excited about something. You know, I don't need that. Not that it's not cool, because it is cool. What's up, Zona? Let's see, here it is. Yeah, it's this week. It's tomorrow. It's 2 days long. It's Saturday and Sunday. Here, I'll show you. This is it. CharlestonAirShow.com. I guess they're going to have supercars there too. That's a weird flex. You got the fighter jets and, you know, supercars. Oh. So yeah, I'll be going to that either tomorrow or Sunday. Probably on Sunday. We got some friends that offered us free tickets and free parking passes. I think, well, they definitely got us a parking pass. We might still have to pay for the tickets. I don't know. Well, I'll give you a full report on Monday. I'm sure I'll like it. Don't get me wrong. What's up, Stingray? All the pilots have to drive something? Yeah, the plane. What do you mean? They got to drive a car too? You're asking too much of them now. The house I grew up in as a kid was only about, I don't know, less than 10 minutes away from the Charleston Air Force Base. And this is obviously back in the 80s, so this is way before 9/11 and all that, where the security wasn't near as bad as it is now. Every weekend, of course, I had to go to church every Sunday with my mom. She's Catholic, so we go to church every Sunday, and every Sunday after church, she would load me and my brother in the car and drive us to the Air Force Base, and we would park, right next to the runway. I'm talking about like 20 feet off of the runway, and watch the fighter jets and the cargo planes and whatnot, take off and land. You can't do that now. They won't let you anywhere near a runway in a car if you're a civilian. No way. What's up, Droid? Go Tigers. Thanks, Pete. You rock. Well, thank you. You rock. The 80s, damn, you're old, bro. Yeah, I am. I'm getting older every day, too. Definitely not getting any younger. Edward O. So me and Droid, man, are about the same age. He's got me by 3 years. He's old too. I don't think it's a coincidence that most of us in here are around that age. Hey, Michael, you're an Ohio State fan, right? How funny do you think it would be if Ryan Day's son came to Clemson to play quarterback? He's not, he's a freshman in high school. He's class of 2027, I think. He's got an offer from Boston College and Marshall currently. Now, Clemson, if they were to offer Ryan Day's son a scholarship, it's not going to be until at least 2020, maybe next year. I don't know. Probably 2026. If they did. But a couple of weeks ago, Ryan Day and his son took an unofficial visit to Clemson. Now, Dabo does have a history of offering other coaches' sons scholarships. And not just coaches, media personalities, right? The Herb Street Boys both played there. There's been a bunch of them. So it wouldn't surprise me. Now, do I think that Ryan Day's son will ever start in a Clemson uniform? Probably not. I don't know how good of a player he is. He's got to be at least decent if he's a freshman and he's already getting scholarship offers from Power 5 schools and D1 schools. So, I don't know, but I just thought it was funny. Can you imagine, Ryan Day going into Dabo's office to talk about his son? You know. And you know Dabo, he probably rolled out the red carpet for him and probably laid it on super thick because that's just how he is. That would be funny to me. Does that mean that Day would be Dabo's replacement? Yeah, I don't know about that. Although that I thought that look, I don't really have a problem with Ryan Day. I don't. Hell, I might think that Ryan Day is a better coach than half of the Ohio State fans do. Honestly. Now, there's been some things he's done that I thought were stupid, both on and off the field, but you know, that's true with everybody. I think there's some things that Dabo does is stupid too. So I mean, there's not a coach that I don't feel that way about. But I don't dislike Ryan Day as a person or anything. But the chances that he would ever be the head coach at Clemson, I think, are like less than 1%. Well, we had this conversation on Wednesday's show, and Volusia and Slim Shady were both trying to tell me that there's a good chance that Ryan Day gets fired if he loses to Michigan again. I don't share that opinion. You got to be careful what you ask for. The guy's 56-8 as a head coach. You know what I mean? It's like, not to mention, you have to look. I know Ohio State fans, like a lot of other fans, expect their team to win the national championship every year, which is just stupid. It's just silly to even think that way. But fans are called fans for a reason, because they're fanatics. But you have to look at, forget losing to Michigan for 3 years in a row and whatever else. I understand all that. You've got to look at the health and stability of the football program as a whole. That's the sign of a bad coach. Well, I'll give you an example. What's going on at Florida with Billy Napier? Now, he didn't inherit the best situation ever, but it wasn't a broken program under Dan Mullen. They underachieved, yeah. But my point is, Ohio State is killing it in the transfer portal. They still kill it on the recruiting trail. They still win 10 and 11 and 12 games a year. Like, is your only standard as a football program beating your rival? And Michigan was just really good. I mean, Michigan was a cheating school too, but they were also very good. So, you gotta be careful what you ask for. Bold prediction, and you're not the first person I've heard say this, Jeremy. He says Ryan Day leaves for the NFL and Chip Kelly becomes the next head coach at Ohio State. Yeah, I don't think that's happening either. I think even the Ohio State fans, even if they're super upset and disappointed with Ryan Day if he loses to Michigan again or doesn't win the Big Ten or whatever the case is, they'd still rather have him than Chip Kelly. Well, I know I would. I'd rather have Ryan Day than Chip Kelly as my head coach. I also disagree with the fact that Ryan Day would leave Ohio State on his own to go to the NFL. He's got one of the best jobs in college football. Why would he leave and start over? And I know he's got a history of coaching in the NFL, so it's not like, it'd be his first time doing that, but I use the same argument for Dabo. I use the same argument for, really any successful head coach in college is, why would you leave to go take a shot in the dark in the NFL? It's only worked out for a couple of coaches in history that have done that. Now, it's a different thing if you get fired or run out of town. Then, that's different. But just say, you know what? Winning 95% of our games in college isn't enough for me. I'm going to go coach an NFL team. I don't understand the thinking behind that. Unless they just, backed up the Brinks truck and paid him $20 million a year in the NFL or something. That's a different story. Money talks. Michigan's going to offer Ryan Day? No, they're not. Stop it. Stop that. Come on, man.
I still love you, but I don't like you, bro.
Stop that. Stop it. Stop it. 126 more sleeps until we have college football slate of games. That doesn't seem that far away. Actually, when I say it out loud, 126 days is not very long. I'll take it. If they start to threaten to fire him, he will. Do schools start to threaten to fire coaches, or do they just fire them? I don't know what you mean by that. So you think there will be a conversation that actually happened with the athletic director at Ohio State, and he brought Ryan Day into his office and said, "Hey, look, here's the deal. You don't beat Michigan this year, you're fired." You think that would happen? I don't think that would happen. You might want to up the beers on that, traveling fools. Well, we had this conversation on Wednesday, Belushi. Like, a combination of things would have to happen for that to happen, in my opinion. Just losing to Michigan by itself would not be grounds for firing him. Going 9-3 or 8-4 or 7-5 and losing to Michigan, then we can talk. Which I don't think is happening. Matter of fact, I've got Ohio State winning the whole thing. They might have the most talented team in the country. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to win it all, but it gives them a good shot. Yeah, I think Ohio State's got the most talented team in the country this year. I think they've got more players on that roster right now they're going to play on Sundays than any other team in the country. Now, that doesn't mean that they won't trip up over themselves and shit the bed. I don't, who knows? Yeah. I mean, nothing would make me happier than to watch them fall flat on their face. We already know that. But if I'm just trying to be honest. All right, well, the StreamYard's open for anybody who wants to come on. I'm going to show you a quick video, though. Let's turn this dance club music off here real quick. This is just a quick example of the kind of idiots that are running this country. Right here. And by the way, before I even start this, this is not a Pigskin Pete hating on liberals thing, because there's plenty of Republicans who are basically retarded too. So there is that. But just listen to this. This is Pocahontas here.
Green text on iPhones, they're ruining relationships. That's right. Non-iPhone users everywhere are being excluded from group texts, from sports teams chats to birthday chats to vacation plan chats. They're getting cut out. Missing out on plans and conversations.
What?
And who's to blame here? Apple. That's just one of the dirty tactics that Apple uses to keep a stranglehold on the smartphone market. Apple has used its monopoly on smartphones
No. This woman doesn't know what a monopoly is. Apparently.
Americans into services and amass billions of dollars in profits. Apple even takes a cut every time you use Tap to Pay, and has blocked a new app that would have let Android users finally use iMessage.
Hold on, why do they have to let Android users do anything? They're not that. Why are they obligated to let Android users use their platform? Can somebody explain that to me?
And get those blue texts. That's why last month, the Department of Justice sued Apple for...
The Department of Justice sued Apple.
It's broad-based exclusionary conduct. And that's the right thing to do. It's time to break up Apple's monopoly.
They don't have a monopoly.
Green text on iPhones.
Does she not know what a monopoly is? Clearly, she doesn't know what a monopoly is. How many of you right now are typing in my chat on this show on an Android phone? How many of you? I mean, this country's got 99,000 problems, but Apple ain't one. Okay? How about get to work on something that matters? Is that too much to ask? Yeah. See, look at all these people. Well, how come? But I thought that Apple had a monopoly. How are you guys all typing and I can see it? I'm reading your comment on my Apple iPhone right now. Right now. Hufferbilly Paul says, I got to get on another call with Robin. Well, good luck. What's up, Battle Angel? That music I was playing earlier, Battle Angel, they had a Battle Angel cartoon on there to go along with it when I was getting the show fired up. I said, look at this here. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Yay, I'm a marginalized minority.
She doesn't know what a monopoly is.
Yo, what's up?
But no,
What's up?
I've actually heard people speak about her when she was a professor at Harvard. She was apparently a fucking idiot back then, too.
Well, to be fair to Elizabeth Warren, probably more than 50% of the people in Congress and Senate are morons on both sides. So
There are a lot of stupid people in
there is that.
But what's baffling about this whole thing is these are highly educated, stupid people.
Well, education does not equal intelligence.
Like DeSantis.
Obviously.
We got them on both sides, don't we?
Oh, there you go.
DeSantis doing a pretty bang-up job compared to Warren.
Man, he's a moron.
Your ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
That's true.
Yeah, just listen to us.
This about the monopoly. I mean, of course, yeah, obviously it's not a literal monopoly. I mean, that's
Well, that's what she called it.
Well, I think she's pointing to monopolistic practice. You don't have to have an actual, like, literally there's only one company. For there to be monopolistic practices and things.
Yeah, Bill Gates wasn't actually monopolizing the market, but they fined him for it anyway.
Right, because we had the whole trust busting thing that we went through 100 years ago, right?
Yeah,
Like,
but her whole thing is
literally
because
name a town.
because of the color of the text message. If you don't get blue text or whatever, I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about.
I mean,
How is that exclude? How is that?
Nobody's getting excluded from anything. Shut up.
I feel excluded. Fuck that.
exclusionary?
I'm with her.
I don't know about this particular issue.
I mean, if I decided to today, I could cancel my I could go get a Samsung or any other Android phone on the planet and get a different plan. Like, how is that a monopoly?
It's
Well,
not.
I think it's not. I think there are too few companies that run a lot of different industries, not just in the US, but in the world at large. Like, we have too few, TV providers. We have too few, the banks. We have too, you know what I'm saying? Like, the number of
okay, but government regulation is what leads to that.
that's
They've
literally
overregulated the market to the point where only big companies can survive.
Yeah, and then they
smaller companies get pushed out because they can't absorb those costs.
exactly, and then what they do is they sue the big companies that they allowed to take over. The Department of
Smaller
Justice.
companies get pushed out because they get out competed because big companies can afford to take losses and to shove all their competitors out of the market before they jack the prices up again.
There you go. Yeah.
So that's not government regulation. That's not what the problem is.
No, yes, the problem is government regulation because they can absorb all the fees and red tape that government regulation puts on business where their competitors can't. Walmart can absorb $15 an hour where a mom and pop shop can't.
Now, on the other hand, Google has more power over the internet than anybody else in the world. Is that a monopoly?
Now,
There you go.
It could be argued that it is. It could be
that
argued
can
that
be
it is.
argued because they've bought up everything they can get their hands on.
Yeah.
There you go. Buy it up.
There are folks who would argue that they are a monopoly. Yes.
Buy it up. Yeah.
I don't think they're there yet, but they're trying to get to that point.
Right. Yes.
Somebody needs to check Elizabeth Warren's portfolio and see if she's got a stock in Samsung. I bet you she does. Because this is what they do. They legislate, and then they buy stocks based on their legislation, and that's bipartisan. That's not just a Democratic thing. But they all do it.
That is crime.
That's a crime, but nobody gets prosecuted for it ever.
They're both doing.
Unless you're Martha Stewart, then you get prosecuted for it.
Huh?
He uses AT&T, Pete? Maybe. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, is Verizon a monopoly?
Of course not.
What I'm saying is, I just think we have too few choices in a lot of different markets, and it's because of that. A lot of the mergers and acquisitions have really winnowed down the number of options that we have in a lot of different areas.
So, yes, I use Verizon, but yeah.
Okay, but my point in that, Volusia, is start at the top.
There you
It's
go.
beyond just that. The
What do you
government
mean?
regulation is what
Right. Well, I think, look, again, of course, I think sensible government regulation is important, obviously. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't want fucking lead in my
Yes,
children's
but
toys.
and nobody's arguing that.
Right.
Nobody's saying anarchy. Nobody's saying everybody do what you want.
Right.
But we hit the point of overregulation 50 years ago.
Right. I mean, look, I would approach that on a case by case basis from my own personal standpoint, right? I mean, like, if you brought up one example, I could say whether I agree.
Well, I approach everything on a case by case basis.
Right. Yeah.
I think everything in life should be approached on a case by case basis
I agree.
because no two situations are the same.
Yeah.
I mean, even though China is a socialist country by nature, you still have multiple opportunities to buy whatever sort of cell phone you want in China, right?
We've been through this.
Yeah.
China's not a socialist country. It's a capitalist
Well,
country. In many ways, it's more so than America is. We've been through this.
Okay.
I think that sometimes it can be a mix of factors. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's regulation and not being able to compete with the big companies. Maybe it's some combination of both,
Vic, you're being incredibly sensible right now, and I don't like it.
Well, the part Belushi's leaving out is the people at the head of all these corporations are beyond overly loyal to the CCP. So it's as if the CCP's running these companies.
there you go.
Yes and no. I mean, it's complicated.
I mean, really, what's the difference between what's going on in China and Maduro putting all of his buddies in the head of the oil companies in Venezuela?
If China was truly capitalist, I should be able to go to China and buy a big piece of land there, but I can't.
Yeah.
Right, that's true. So again, it's not. Of course, neither is the U.S. But it's not. In a lot of ways, their markets run in a more capitalistic way than the U.S. does, and in other ways, it doesn't. Really, what ends up happening in a lot of situations is, things are run pretty hands off for the most part, except if they find some excuse to do something, basically. But it's not like all the CEOs.
Well, that's why it's socialist.
Right, but that's not what socialism is.
I mean, just because you have McDonald's and KFC doesn't mean you're capitalist.
Yeah.
Well, I understand that, but that is capitalist. Like, you know what I mean? It's not communist, right?
Yes.
Excuse me. Fuck. If it was communist, you wouldn't have any of that shit.
The government is literally called the Chinese Communist.
Yeah, he says they're lying.
They are lying, dude. North Korea is called the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Now, why in the hell do you think they call it that?
Well, I don't think you can compare the two, but
yes, it's a different model than what Mao instituted in the 50s, but it's still the same power structure.
Yeah.
It is a very similar power structure, but they run the country very differently. Deng Xiaoping was the guy who changed it. You know what I mean?
Well, yes, because he was fucking starving
uh-oh.
Yeah. You lose him? No, yes, right. So
he was starving everybody to death, and they were killing everybody.
Yeah, I thought that
Deng Xiaoping liked to make money, and so he did. And then China made a lot of money.
Mao, that
he was very much a capitalist in a lot of ways.
With like the Great Leap Forward. Yeah.
Right. Yes. Well, the thing about Mao is that. Yeah, right. The thing about Mao is that let's put it this way. The party of today is still, it was birthed from the party of that era, but it doesn't really resemble it in the vast majority of ways. But the reason why they still call it that is because they still want to have that reverence for the revolutionary.
Yes, it depends on who's in charge. I mean, Stalin ran things very differently than Lenin did.
Sure. Yeah. Right. And the guy that's in charge of China now runs it differently than the last guy did, right?
But I mean, in essence, it's still an extension of the same thing.
Yeah, but it's not really. I mean, you can call it one thing, but if you change leaders and they run it in a very, very different way, I mean, right? The U.S. doesn't vary quite as much because the U.S. has what's a really good thing, and they have separation of powers and checks and balances and shit like that, which is good. And China doesn't have that, that's for sure.
Yeah, even the checks and balances don't. That's not really even true anymore, honestly. Here.
Yeah, but it's better to have it than to not have it.
I mean,
Well, no, actually it really is, but people choose not to use them.
yeah, well, which is the same
fix
thing.
A whole lot of problems tomorrow, but honestly, Americans have become lazy.
Yep.
Yeah, that we don't hold the government accountable.
Well, what do you?
So,
I mean,
the
way that Americans hold the government accountable is to vote people in and out of office.
Well, no, that's not how.
Yeah, well, but if you have two choices and they both act the same way, then you don't really have a choice. That's not really a choice. And they do act the same way.
It's built. Do people not read the Constitution? It's built right in there what to do.
Yeah.
In this very situation.
Okay.
Well, clearly they don't read Constitution because there hasn't been a constitutional war since World War II, but we still have them all the time.
God fucking hell, dude.
It's what people will put up with. It's what it comes down to.
I think what Pete says is true to a certain degree where, if both major parties are really supporting are on the same side of so many different issues and many of the people are not on the same side of that issue, what do you do?
I don't even know if there really is that many different issues outside of, people using women's bathrooms. Like, there's not really a difference between the two parties at this point as a whole.
What you do at that point, Volusia, is in Article 3 of the Constitution. Because under Article 4, what the federal government doing now is blatantly treasonous. Under Article 3, it says it is the responsibility of the people of the nation to make sure that government is no longer in power.
Right. So while I am also displeased with many of the actions of the U.S. government, I'm unsure about what is deliberately treasonous, at least that the current administration is. The last one I can tell you what was treasonous.
Well, I think by definition, putting the interest of foreigners against your own people is treason.
Okay.
Yes, that's in Article 4.
For example?
For example?
Flooding the country with people that are not citizens of this country is letting in an invasive and foreign force under Article 4 of the Constitution.
Right. I mean, I think flooding. I mean, it's not like they're asking people. They're not flooding the country with anything.
How about
Wait a minute. He literally stood on a stage in debate and said we need to.
Right. What does it say on the Statue of Liberty? What does it say on the Statue of Liberty?
That's French. That's French, so I don't give a shit.
What does it say on there?
Does it say we can't regulate how many people can come in?
That's true. They are regulating it. They're more deportations.
No, they're not. They let 9 million motherfuckers that showed up in.
Yeah, there's more deportations under this administration than anyone previously. So.
No, there's not.
How about the constant funding of foreign wars? Every single war that happens in the world, we have to fund one side or the other.
Right.
Instead of fixing the problems that exist here now.
Yeah, I agree with that in a sense, but at the same time, we can't just let's put it like this: if we completely vacate that space in the sort of global hegemony and the global sort of power struggle, somebody will fill that void, and it's not going to be somebody that you want.
Good.
Well, you won't like
anybody. Why would I like it?
You wouldn't like China filling that void.
Yeah.
Yeah, but China's smarter than we are. They've been staying out of these. They don't get involved in this shit. They build up their economy and they build up their military.
Don't get involved because we keep ourselves involved.
That's not true.
They do a lot. See, China does a lot of soft power stuff. Have you ever heard of the One Belt, One Road thing?
No.
It's look it up. I'm not going to get into it, but it's a huge soft power thing that China's doing to curry favor in all of Asia and even Eastern Europe and shit, and Africa.
Like I understand people have a unfavorable view of Korea and Vietnam,
right?
But those were literally wars to keep China in check.
I don't know if Korea,
did it work?
We can talk about. I think Vietnam was much.
How many times do you have to do something over and over again that doesn't work before you start believing it's not going to work?
Until you actually go to war with fucking China and deal with them.
Yeah, well,
of course, but
we do it in other places.
Right now, Korea we can talk about. Korea, I don't think was unjustified. Vietnam, I think was pretty stupid. But anything since then, any of the Middle East stuff has nothing to do with China. Afghanistan has fucking to do with China.
Well, no. I mean, the reason we ended up in Vietnam is because China sent 300,000 troops into Vietnam.
No, I understand. We can debate the veracity of what was going on in Vietnam or whatever, but I'm talking anything. I mean, that's up for debate, right? And Korea, I probably will agree with you, but anything since then is horseshit. Like all of this Afghanistan, Iraq garbage has nothing to do with China and it's
Syria, Lebanon, Egypt.
Yeah,
I mean, you go down the line.
That stuff we agree. Now, I don't necessarily think the first time with Iraq, yes, I agree with you, but I also kind of understand it a little. But the second time, like,
stupid.
No, it wasn't. Bin Laden was getting his funding from Saddam Hussein. That's an indisputable fact.
Sure, okay.
Yep. I think
I
understand
that they never found any WMDs, but then again, when you wait 15 months,
Hold on now? Are you trying to convince us that the Iraq War was justified?
Uh-oh.
Hard to do.
It absolutely was.
Oh my God!
I don't agree with that.
Absolutely.
Based on what?
Because based on I don't have short-term memory loss.
There you go. Okay.
What?
It was national. Wait a minute. It was national news at the time. 17 intelligence agencies worldwide all agreed. Yes, Saddam Hussein had chemical weapons.
Yeah, and he didn't.
And we're all wrong.
No, he did. They gave them 15 months to get rid of them before they went in there.
That's not true.
I can get rid of a bunch of shit in 15 months too.
There you go.
Oh, no, they didn't have them.
Yeah, they still went in there.
No, they lied to us to get us into that war for different reasons.
No, you listen to bullshit and you think so with revisionist history.
No, the fact that Slim. The fact of the matter is, we went in there and they didn't have any.
Yes,
that's the fact.
By the time we got in there, they did.
Right.
But you don't have any proof of any of this.
Yeah, we didn't find any.
Well, I don't think intelligence agencies across the world are all colluding to fool the American.
Let me ask you a question, Slim.
Unless you think they're all trying to keep us away from the
Let me ask you a question, Slim. Is Iraq itself and the entire region of the Middle East better off now or 20 years ago?
Yes, well, Iraq is. I don't know if they're better off now or not.
I don't think it's better off than it was 2,000 years ago, but whatever.
Right. Well, look, I mean, Iraq is maybe not. Afghanistan certainly is not.
Iraq isn't either.
Well, Iraq
Afghanistan's a fucking mess.
Well, I think if your goal is to spread democracy in the Middle East, you're pissing in the wind.
Yes.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, I don't think that was the goal either. I think the goal was...
But that's what they tried to tell us the goal was.
Yeah. Well, no, they didn't. Once again...
Yeah, they did.
All this
liberation. We're going to liberate Iraq from Saddam Hussein, the evil dictator.
On YouTube. George Bush saying clear as day, we're going after Saddam Hussein because we have followed the money and he is funding.
How many countries in the world right now are being run by a dictatorship, but we don't go in there and put troops on the ground? How many?
How many of them were funding Osama bin Laden? Saddam Hussein was.
So should we?
I don't know if that's true either. Same people that told you that is the same people that told you they had WMDs.
Why are we so tight with Saudi Arabia when we know they're funding terrorists?
I don't think they should be.
B, should we invade Iran then? Would that be a good idea?
I'm wondering why we're doing business with those fucks either.
Slim runs around talking about how incompetent the U.S. government is constantly, but then he believes what they tell him.
No, I don't run around saying shit.
Well,
but when there is consensus across the globe that yes, he's got them.
There wasn't consensus across the globe.
Yes, it really kind of was. Everybody that was looking into it, do you think, once again, so if you believe that all 17 of those intelligence agencies were lying, then you must believe also that they're conspiring to keep us away from the ice wall.
No, stop it.
That's a non sequitur.
That's the logic you're using.
That is not the same thing, sir. Just stop.
The exact logic you were using.
That's insane to say that.
Yes, it is.
That's the exact logic.
Slim is also, listen to me, Slim is also the person that thinks that we should be dropping nuclear bombs on people.
Right.
Oh, I'm in favor of ending wars quickly, yes.
That's not ending wars quickly.
That's ending the world real quick.
Yeah, that's the way to start a world war.
World War II ended 5 minutes after we dropped them.
Yeah, we were the only ones that had nukes then.
With it, dude.
No one else
Japan had them, it wouldn't have ended like that. Also, the reason Japan surrendered was because they thought we had more. In reality, we didn't. We bluffed a real good one there.
Well, no, but they had obviously had the ability to build more.
Right, but it would have taken some time. Yes, right. Okay, but the point is that if Japan had them, the war wouldn't have just given up like that.
Well, if Japan had them, we wouldn't have bombed them in the first place.
Also true.
Maybe,
They probably
maybe
would have bombed us because they were insane back then. But you know.
But I don't think Iran's got nuclear weapons that can reach us, so I'm not worried about nuking them.
No. But let's just
give us a list. Like, what's your top 10s of the countries that we should blow up off the face of the planet right now, Slim? Who's number one? China?
Well, countries, I'll give you a region. You can wipe the Middle East off the map, and you'd probably be doing the world a favor.
Yeah. Right.
What a weird way to look at the world, dude.
Well, it's been the hotbed of conflict for 5,000 years.
Yeah.
Okay. He might be the only person alive that thinks that a nuclear war would end problems.
It's like saying I got 10 brothers, and brother number 7 is always starting fights with everybody. So why don't we just fucking cut his head off? Like maybe not.
Nuclear bombs literally ended a problem. It literally ended the bloodiest war in the history of the world.
That's right. That was a one-time thing.
If you give one guy a gun and everyone else has rocks and stones, he's gonna be able to end the war really quickly. Give all the other people guns too and see what happens.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that's how you deal with China. Kind of like what we said from the very beginning. It's a case-by-case situation. Depends on who you're dealing with.
I don't think that it would go real well for people's trust in U.S. global hegemony if we start nuking if we start punching down. I don't
give a fuck who trusts us and who doesn't. Sometimes it does not work only being the biggest kid on the yard.
Right, but okay, the U.S. is the biggest kid on the yard. Now, hold on. The U.S. is the biggest kid on the yard, not so that it can bully everybody else, but it's so that it can keep the peace. That's the idea. You realize that,
There you
right?
go.
Yeah, that's just not true either.
Yeah.
Well, that's the idea. I mean, a lot of it is bullshit, but that's the idea.
Them doesn't care, so.
That is ostensibly the concept, right?
Team America, World Police.
I missed that. It cut out on me for a minute, but just say.
No, I was saying that ostensibly the idea of America being the biggest kid in the yard is not to bully the other kids; it's to keep the peace.
Yeah, it's not working.
Well, yes, in essence, you're right. But to do that, you have to remind people that you're willing to use that stick.
Right, sure, but the stick doesn't have to be nuclear bombs. That's not a stick. That's a fucking howitzer in this context. Like,
okay, well, once again, case by case basis. You use the right tool for the right job.
I don't know. I think we should generally abide by the international law.
Fuck, I don't give a fuck about international law.
And neither does China or anybody else.
Right. You're trying to. I mean, this has got to be the biggest horseshit I've heard. We want you to play by the rules when nobody else does. Fuck that.
Who's nuking people?
Does China play by the rules? Does North Korea play by the rules? Does Iran play by the rules?
China's never nuked the soul. China's never nuked the soul. What are you talking about?
Russia play by the rules?
Russia doesn't, and that's why they're fucking under fire right now. They're having a hard time because of it. You know how fucked up Russia is right now? Their economy's in the absolute shitter because.
Well, that's because they're at war, but that's a war that they're the invaders.
Right, and also because the entire world has sanctioned them. Like the average Russian is eating fucking dirt right now, dude. It's not.
I don't know, man. I think if you go to Moscow right now, and you probably see like there's not starving people on the street. Hell, San Francisco looks worse than Moscow does.
I don't know if that's necessarily the case.
Yeah.
People in Russia.
That actually is necessarily the case because whether you want to listen to what he says or not, look at the footage of when Tucker Carlson went to Moscow. There's not people starving in the
streets. And he bragged about the fact that they have bread or whatever and like grocery. Like what the fuck?
It's not just bread.
Well, no, I said ignore what he says.
Yeah.
But there's not people starving in the streets. San Francisco does look worse than Moscow right now.
America's got a lot of problems. That's true.
Yeah. Well, that goes back to my point is we're writing checks for $90 and $100 billion to fucking every other country in the world, Iran and Ukraine and everybody, and we've got our own problems over here that need fixed first.
Sure. I mean, of course.
I mean, it's really not that hard.
$90 billion is
I would rather my tax dollars go into cleaning up American cities and making American infrastructure better than fucking Ukraine.
Here's the problem, Pete, is that
$90
million is not a drop of piss in the ocean. It seems like a lot of money.
$90 billion isn't a drop of piss in the ocean? That's just not true.
There was when Trump was in office, he did a $2.2 trillion fucking tax cut. Like, no, $90 billion doesn't mean shit at all.
Yeah, tax cut goes to American wallets.
I understand that. What I'm saying is, in the general scheme of the U.S. budget, we could cure a lot of problems. Yeah, $90 billion to Ukraine is not it's not the stumbling block. It really doesn't.
When you don't have the money in the budget, yes, it is.
We have the money in the budget for all sorts of other shit. 90 billion.
No,
what is
they
the
don't.
fucking, yes,
Why do you think they're constantly? Why do you think that debt constantly goes up? They collect $4 trillion in taxes every year, and they spend more than that.
I understand that. That's what I'm saying. So it's not the $90 billion on Ukraine.
No, that's just one example.
$6.2 trillion.
I didn't say that Ukraine was breaking the United States. I'm saying that that's just one example of one of the things that we're doing all over the world. Instead of fixing
I would defend that
here.
I would say that one is probably a good, again, case by case basis, right? I might have to defend that particular line item.
No, fuck Ukraine.
Yeah, I don't think that's the way. I don't think that's a good.
Yeah.
Fuck about Ukraine.
Me either. Or Russia, or Syria, or Lebanon, or Libya, or Egypt, or Iran, or Israel. None of them.
Okay. Well.
Well, I do think you defend your allies because they're the ones that help defend you when somebody comes.
Who's helping defend the United States? Answer me that. Nobody. We got Canada. Hell, they got 3 guns up there. They can't help defend anything.
Well, I'm about to say Canada, Britain, Israel, everywhere that we've gone into conflict, they have too.
Australia, France. Yeah. Right. And
they all sent troops in where we've sent troops in.
That's
I'm
right.
all for defending your allies. Ukraine isn't an ally though.
Right, but at the same time, again, this is the slippery slope thing where they take Ukraine, then where do they go next? Right? I mean, again, this is this is actually what kind of started World War II.
Except for the fact that he's already said he has no intentions of going anywhere else. He just wants.
Oh yeah, okay, but Hitler
what he wants.
He didn't want to go anywhere other than.
I'm not defending Russia. I'm just saying what he said.
No. Hitler didn't want to go anywhere other than the Sudetenland.
This?
Next fucking thing you know, he's in Poland. Come on.
Okay, well, how about this? The whole reason it started is because they tried to admit Ukraine into NATO, which violates the treaty with Russia, by the way.
Yeah. They instigated. Now, I'm not saying what Putin did is right, but they definitely instigated him into this war.
That is.
They did.
But they didn't join NATO. They're not in NATO.
Yes, but when you talk about trying to add them to NATO,
what does that do though? Talk about it? What does that even like? No.
That was the original agreement.
It wasn't just Ukraine. It's the surrounding countries. It's the surrounding countries. So basically, right now, Russia is completely surrounded now by NATO countries.
Okay, that's not exactly.
And that was the whole point, was to keep a buffer zone between NATO and Russia.
How many NATO countries bordered Russia at the start of this war? I'm pretty sure the answer is 0.
Yes, and that was the whole point. When you're trying to add Ukraine to NATO, that puts a NATO country bordering Russia, which violates the treaty with Russia.
Yep, and since the war started, now I think there's 3 or 4 NATO countries that border Russia. Finland does.
Right.
Making the fucking problem worse.
No, they're not making the fucking problem worse. But you know why they joined NATO? Because they're afraid that fucking Putin's going to invade them next.
Yeah, except for the fact that he never had any plans to invade anybody until that happened.
How do you know that? Of course he's going to say it.
Because he said it and he didn't do it.
So why doesn't Russia just join NATO?
No,
and then there would be no.
That's the whole point. Is NATO was organized as an anti-Russian.
Yes, exactly.
That's like saying, why doesn't the fucking Cookie Monster join the fucking Girl Scouts, right?
That was actually funny.
that was funny and a very apt description.
Right.
Why is it a Cookie Monster join these Girl Scouts? We got a very special guest on the show. I think it's a first timer as well.
Oh my God.
Look at who it is.
Dude, are you here? Where are you at, dude? Yo, Smoking Jay.
I guess we'll give him a minute to figure out how to work a microphone.
I assume he's here, but he's in China by now, right?
He said he was, yeah.
Yeah, where the fuck
Anyway, for those who are listening, we have Vandy Dandy joining the show. He's never been on any of my shows. I've seen him on other people's shows, on StreamYard and whatnot. Never been on mine, though. Oh, he just dropped out.
Damn it. He got scared. Hopefully he comes back. I would like to talk to him.
No, so he was on, I can't remember whose show it was on a few days ago, and he was in the chat, and I said, hey, I said, why are you ghosting Volusia?
Yeah, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah. He is in China, right? He said he was in China. I think he's in Shanghai.
Why would an IRS employee, why would an IRS employee be in China, though?
No, I know that he was moving to Changsha, which is far away from here. Like, it's like a couple.
Well, he's
like,
told me
1,000
before
miles
that he
away.
worked for the IRS, so it's like,
I don't know
what
about
over
that.
there if you work for the IRS?
But I know that he was flying. He was stopping here in Shanghai. His flight from the States was coming to Shanghai, and then he was going to fly from here out west to where he was going. But
I'm pretty sure he's there now, or he was a couple of days ago anyway.
what the fuck, man? Come on. I'm here right now.
Well, I hope he comes back on. I'd like to hear this explanation.
Yeah, dude.
James says Joe Biden should send his cannibals after them.
Let's not pick on the senile grandpa. He don't know what's
Yeah, don't. That's elder abuse.
This cabal of cannibals. Are they Jewish space cannibals?
Now, why you got to bring the Jews into it? Damn it.
Oh, that was the Marjorie Taylor Greene thing. Remember the Jewish space lasers thing?
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Gump Man? He says, it's been a while since I've been on the Midday show. Well, welcome back, I guess.
Yeah, we're in
So
the
Dylan asks if I'm a Formula One fan. The answer is no, but I do have a ticket for the race on Sunday, and I will go. So I'm going to the Formula One. The Formula One's in Shanghai right now. I'm going to the race on Sunday.
See, I would like to see a Formula. I'm not even a race fan, but, I'm not a NASCAR fan, but every time I go to a NASCAR race, I have a good time. So
yeah,
there's nothing wrong with going.
I never get into NASCAR, but I've always been a fan of, like, Group A, Group B, rally race, track race, and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a soccer fan either, but if I went to a World Cup game, I'm sure I'd have an amazing time while I was there.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
just
kind of
watching
where I'm
guys
at
go in
with
a
it.
circle, that's not my thing.
Oh, you don't like
Yeah,
NASCAR?
well, F1's a proper track, right? F1's not a circle, but yeah, no, I have a lot of European friends, obviously, that are really into F1, and I'm not into auto racing, really.
Well, I'm just not into auto racing, but I do have an appreciation for it. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. I'm not sitting down on a Sunday and watching, well, most likely I'm not, unless I have money on it. I'm not sitting down and watching a 3-hour, 500-mile NASCAR race. But when I go to a NASCAR race, I appreciated it for what it is.
Yeah.
And probably more importantly than that, almost like the Clemson spring game, I don't go to Clemson spring games to watch, to judge a football team. I go for the social event, and that's kind of the same way with NASCAR.
Right. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm from Daytona. I've been to the Daytona 500 a few times, and I don't give a shit about the race, but it was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like, I can't watch baseball on TV, but I can be there and get into the game.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Same thing. I tell people all the time that if you've never been to a NASCAR race, you should at least go one time.
Yeah.
Because 90% of the experience is not what you see on TV.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't recreate that on TV.
I'm sure the F1's going to be similar to that. Like I say, I wouldn't watch it on TV if I didn't get a ticket. And the tickets are really hard. They were sold out months ago, and they're like $300 each. But I got one for free, and so I'm just going to go. Fuck it. It'll be fun. I think it'll be a good time. I'll take some videos and stuff like that. It'll be okay.
Yeah. Well, have fun.
It's not hot here right now.
Is it in Shanghai?
Yeah. Formula One is here this weekend. Yeah.
Okay. Who's the best Formula One racer right now? Or is there one? I'm sure there is.
I've heard names, because like I said, I got some buddies. Actually,
Most of them are from Europe, right?
I have some buddies that have a fucking F1 fantasy league. How sicko is that?
That is definitely sick.
But, yeah, they're like, you want to join it? I'm like, fucking no, dude.
I couldn't name one single Formula One racer, not one.
I mean, there was fucking Lewis Hamilton, right? And then before that, it was Michael Schumacher, but he's been gone a while. Lewis Hamilton, right? He's F1.
Aren't the best drivers like mostly from France and Italy and shit like that?
Yeah. I think so. Here, let's look at top F1 drivers. I know Lewis Hamilton's still driving, right? Max Verstappen, he's the best.
Max
guy.
Verstappen,
Max
okay.
Verstappen. Yeah. Sergio Perez, Charles Leclerc.
Yeah, all European people.
Totally, yeah. Well, Perez might be from South America, whatever. There's a Chinese dude that's in it, and everyone here is getting super excited about that. But okay, I'm like, whatever, fine, cool.
Darren Krantz Jr. is a 13-year-old from New York, and he's setting a stock car world record. What? Is that true?
I mean, what kind of world record?
Yeah.
I don't think that's 13. What? Is he doing it on the video game? Is he doing it in Minecraft? Like,
not old enough to get a license.
Yeah.
He's fucking Ricky Bobby.
Can't even get a owner's permit yet.
Yeah.
Well, they don't care about licenses and stock car racing.
Guess not.
Anyways, yeah. Max Verstappen, yeah. So yeah, Dylan, I'm going to the F1. It's gonna be fucking cool. It'll be dope. I've never been. They have it in Shanghai every year, but it stopped for a few years because of COVID and all this shit. And this is the first year it's back in I think 5 years. So the tickets are really, really hard to get. But what does the day consist of? Do you just go like you're going to a football game? Dude, I have no idea.
Or a basketball game? Or is it like NASCAR where they tailgate all day and drink beer? Like is there like a Chinese tailgate going on?
You know what, dude? I have absolutely no idea. I will tell you on the Monday show when I get back from it. I have no fucking clue. I don't know what to expect at all.
Yeah. Huh.
I will tell you when I get back. But I think it'll be fun anyways. In China, they don't do a lot of, like, the tailgate culture doesn't really exist. That's really an American thing. Like in England or in some countries in Europe before like the soccer, they'll go and get drunk at the pubs and stuff like this. China is more like they like to drink after the soccer games and stuff, but you don't really get a lot of that like pre-game drinking or tailgate.
So what you're saying is there's not like people that go park and set up tents and grills and TVs and drink for 8 hours.
You might have a few people that do that, but it's not like a culture thing, you know, like it's not, there's not that sort of culture of doing that. No.
Well, that's unfortunate. That's kind of the best part. Yeah.
It is unfortunate. Yeah. I wish they did it more because we kind of do it, right? But then like we kind of stand out, you know what I mean?
Well,
but
no, like you said, the Europeans do it with soccer too, and that
But he's saying that they don't do it like we do it. They go to a bar before.
Yeah, the Europeans don't do it in the parking lot. They do it like at the pub. They don't do it in the
well, once again, that still explains a lot on videos from soccer games I've seen.
Oh yeah, totally, man. Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's a lot of rules now in like I know in Scotland it's the case. They don't sell beer in anymore, and they don't let you in if you're visibly drunk, shit like that.
What?
Obviously a problem. Yeah, because they have such a huge problem with people fighting. Yeah, they.
Oh, geez.
Speaking of which, is there a race coming up at Talladega? Because I'm driving by Talladega. A lot of fucking people out here.
I don't know. Pete McGaha should know. He's a NASCAR guy.
A lot of damn people. A lot of campers and tents and shit set up out
here.
Then it probably is, yeah.
The Geico 500 is on Sunday.
Well, that would explain it.
There you go.
Jesus Christ, it looks like 1,000 porta potties. That's got to stink.
Yeah, that's definitely a race.
Already started, so they're already racing. They're probably racing right now.
Probably doing the truck series right now.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, NASCAR Cup Xfinity weekend for Talladega Super. Yeah, they're there right now, yeah.
I turned on the NASCAR. I was flipping through the channels. I didn't turn it on, but I was flipping through the channels. I think it was last Sunday. And the race was on, and I was looking at the leaderboard. It had like the top 15 racers or whatever in the race at that time. I recognized one name on there. One.
Yeah.
Now, 10 years ago, I could have probably told you 15 guys. Now, I don't know who any of these people are.
Yeah, we're old and don't have time for that shit anymore, dude. We can only, the sports bandwidth is only so wide. You know what I mean? Like, you can only pay attention to so much shit. It's like NHL. I used to love hockey when I was younger, but now I don't have fucking time to watch that.
All right, here we go. Speaking of hockey, I'll bring him on. He's been sitting in the back for a while. What's up, Nate?
Is he here?
I don't know.
He was probably sitting there so long he went to go get some taquitos.
Yeah.
Dylan says I should bet on Max Verstappen. Okay. Duly noted.
I wonder if I can do that.
Certainly can.
I'll bet on him. When's the race? Is it tomorrow?
So So they did some stuff there today, and there's some more stuff there tomorrow. But the big race, I think, is Sunday. That's the
Sunday. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but Sunday is it's Saturday here.
Yeah, it'll be Sunday during the day here. So yeah, Saturday
night.
Yeah, it might be in the middle of the night. I don't know, but
right.
It probably is in the middle of the night.
I'll take your advice, Dylan. I'll bet on Max Verstappen. Now I don't know. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see if I can pull up my degenerate betting app here and
now Dylan, be
figure
prepared.
out.
If he loses, you're going to get absolutely berated on the Monday.
Yeah, if I lose my money based on your suggestion, I'm not going to take it easy on you. He's right about that.
Well, as I understand, he's telling you to bet on the best guy. So I mean.
Yeah, so I'm trying to pull it up right now to see what the odds are. It's like, is it even worth betting on? I don't know.
No.
But Formula One Chinese Grand Prix outright, is that it?
Yep.
All right. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh my God. Max Verstappen is minus 700, which means I would have to bet $700 just to win 100. I'm not betting on that.
Yeah.
That's not even worth my time.
That's a hellified favorite right there.
Yeah, because you know what the next guy is? Sergio Perez is plus 850. That's the biggest discrepancy from the first place to the second place guy I think I've ever seen.
So it looks like Max Verstappen kicks some ass then, huh?
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Go, Max, go.
There you go. Even though his name is Stoppin'.
Let me ask him this, since he knows about Formula One. I don't know who any of these people are. All right, so let me read down like the top 5 or 6 guys, and you tell me out of all these guys, which one other than Max Verstappen would be a good bet. All right, so you got him. Then you got Sergio Perez at plus 850. I'm guessing that will be the next best bet. Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc, Lando Norris, Lewis Hamilton, George Russell. That sounds like an American. Fernando Alonso must be a Spanish guy. And then Oscar Pistori at plus 9,000.
What is his name? George Russell sounds English as hell to me.
Yeah.
Is it funny that the best F1 driver's name is Verstappen? Because he should be going and not stopping.
Should be for going?
Yeah.
Dylan is a true degenerate. He says he's in a Formula One fantasy league. That is a whole different level.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's a thing. I didn't know it was a thing until I got invited to it. And I was like, what the hell? What? No. Yeah. No idea. No,
I'm still waiting on him to give me a suggestion here who to bet on other than him. I'm not betting on somebody who's minus 700. I'm not betting. I don't have $700 to bet, so I'm not doing it.
Well, hell, bet on the second place guy.
I guess I could. I probably will do that. That's plus 850. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pay out there.
Why not? What could go wrong?
The other day, Colby, I think he bet on the WNBA draft.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes. Yeah. He bet on Caitlin Clark.
If you're betting on the WNBA draft.
That is disgusting behavior right there.
That's what I told him.
Dude, why is everybody losing their shit over it?
Over what?
Over what?
The contracts for the WNBA.
I don't know. I mean, because I don't know.
They've been around since 1997. They've never made a profit, and they're subsidized by the NBA, aren't they?
Yeah, like they're in the hole $50 million a year.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. It's always my thing is it's always been this way. Why are you shrieking about it now?
Yeah, I don't get it either, Slim. I mean, it's pretty obvious why they get paid. As a matter of fact, some would even say that they're overpaid.
Well, I mean, if you want to get downright technical, because you operate in the red, they owe the WNBA money.
Yeah. Well, that's not the players' fault, but.
I mean, it is what it is. So I'm not going to go work for a company that doesn't make money and then expect to get paid for it.
Plus, they don't have to play if they don't want. Nobody's making them play.
Right. I did get some good news yesterday, though. I got some absolutely fabulous news. Both the Cavender twins are back at Miami.
Oh,
what? Doing what?
OnlyFans.
Playing basketball.
No shit.
What? They still have eligibility left?
Yep.
Oh wow. Apparently. That's a movement I can get behind.
Right. Took the words right out of my mouth, sir.
No pun intended.
They're returning to Miami for their final season. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll put.
One of them never left. The other one left and went to Houston, I think it was.
I'll put my money on Carlos Sainz. Then.
Yeah. All right.
Just saying.
Y'all are married. You have 0 eligibility left. Yeah, but my eyes don't, though.
Right.
Right?
Come on.
Just because I'm married doesn't mean I can't window shop.
Yeah, my eyes are free agents.
Fucking fun police over here. Jesus Christ.
Me and my wife actually got into that conversation one day, and I straight up told her, I said, if you try and convince me that you don't look, you're a liar.
Of course. Everybody looks. Unless you're blind.
Exactly. No, I don't do it in front of you. You don't do it in front of me. Or if so, have some sunglasses on. Everything's good.
I don't even try to hide. I've been married so long, I don't even try to hide it. And she didn't expect me to either. I'll straight up tell her, I'll be like, that woman right there is hot. You know, whatever. I mean, she don't, you know. Do you guys, you guys know that movie Hall Pass? You ever seen that?
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious, by the way.
That is so fictitious.
Of course it is. It's silly, but it's funny. But anyway, so we were watching that movie, and so she goes, so who would your hall pass be?
You watched that movie with your wife? What the fuck are you doing?
It's a comedy movie. It's funny.
Yeah, but of course she's gonna ask you that.
Yeah, so she goes, I'll give you a hall pass with a celebrity, right? Not just like, not like Brenda from down the street or whatever.
Yeah. Your son's science teacher.
Yeah, not that. And so I asked her what hers was. I think hers at the time that movie came out was Leonardo DiCaprio, if I had to remember correctly.
That's boring. All right, fair enough.
Yeah. The difference is that Leonardo DiCaprio would definitely fuck a regular woman, but the chances of any of the women that I would want would not want to fuck me.
Right. That's why you gotta pick just like an average.
It's a skewed stat.
Yeah, totally.
The problem with DiCaprio is like whatever date he takes to a movie premiere or something, by the end of the movie, she's too old for him.
Right. That's right. Look, I mean, that's great, dude. That's great work if you can get it, man. I won't hate on him for 1 second for that, dude. Come on.
I mean, I'm not going to hate on him, but at some point, it's like, bro, you're pushing 50. It's getting a little creepy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But he doesn't give a fuck if we think that, obviously.
Well, I mean, neither does Mick Jagger.
Right.
My hall pass is Scarlett Johansson.
That's
I think I'm with you there.
Yeah, I can get behind that. Again, no pun intended.
Sydney Sweeney.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, that's another one.
I can make a long list of them, but, it's all good. Is that Fools in here?
Yeah, it is Fools.
Word.
A hall pass followed by a trip to the principal's office.
Yeah, exactly. Some detention.
What's up, Fools?
What's going on? How you guys doing?
Good, bro.
I'm out of Atlanta, so I'm doing better.
Well, you're at Talladega, so is that better or worse?
Traffic-wise, it's fucking magnificent compared to 285.
Well, everybody drives fast on their way to Talladega. Everybody's like dreaming about being Ricky Bobby, you know?
Yeah.
Matt Dummett says Megan Fox. Man, 10 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, dude, damn.
Yeah, 10 years ago, I'm with you. Now she's, pregnant with the transgendered emo kid of Machine Gun.
They're fucking weird, dude. They're weird.
Yeah, she's
really makes me uncomfortable. Like, I don't like that guy at all.
Oh, you don't like Machine Gun Kelly?
Fucking no, man. What a
See, I would have assumed that was right up your alley.
Why is that?
Why don't I like him? He's a fucking weirdo, and he I don't know. He talks shit about people I like, which like Eminem and people like that, which I don't like. He thinks he's really something that he's not. I think is my main issue. Whereas like Jack Harlow, I can stand. He's all right, but Machine Gun Kelly, I don't like.
You're being biased towards white rappers, it sounds like. Anybody who's not Eminem.
The ones I like and the ones I don't like.
Yeah, Jack Harlow isn't a fucking weirdo running around with the Kardashians.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Kardashians are their own brand of weirdos.
Yeah, totally. And Kanye West suits him because he's a fucking absolute off the walls weirdo.
Yeah, but he's like an Andy Warhol type weirdo.
He just got arrested yesterday, didn't he?
You got a what?
Kanye West.
He did what?
He beat somebody up. I think.
Yeah, he's off his meds. Like he's actually mentally ill and needs to take his medicine. And I'm not saying that like to make fun of him. Like it's actually.
I'm not even kidding. Didn't he? I don't know if he got arrested. What happened? I got to look it up now.
There's 2 Cybertrucks on this car hauler in front of me. Those things are fucking ugly.
They are ugly as shit. Now are they breaking down left and right?
I don't know.
I've seen a lot of that going around where people's Cybertrucks are shutting down on them in the middle of the street.
Yeah, Kanye West suspected of attacking a man who allegedly sexually assaulted his wife. This is from yesterday.
Well,
I mean, okay, if somebody copped a feel of his old lady, I'd have laid the motherfucker out too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fine.
Yeah, that kind of gets the exemption from a critique, I think.
Yeah.
Sure.
So how's life over there in China?
Pretty good. We're doing good. Yeah,
he's not in a concentration camp, so he's doing all right.
Yeah. Doing great. Yeah, I'm going to the soccer game tomorrow, and I'm going to the F1 on Sunday. Formula One is here, so I got a ticket to the race. Going to that, and
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get behind Sally Field too.
Back in the day, the years have not been kind to Sally Field.
Yeah. She says Lou likes older women. I do. I'd actually prefer. Look, a hot 40-year-old to me is hotter than a hot 25-year-old.
I don't disagree with that statement at all.
Probably a lot more fun too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the 40-year-old knows what she's doing.
And plus, you can carry on a conversation with her afterwards.
I'm gonna be honest. I ain't trying to carry on a conversation.
Half that conversation will be her telling you why you shouldn't be smoking afterwards.
Right.
You gotta watch your health. God damn it.
Yeah, she'll try and give you a vitamin when you're done.
Right.
Yeah. Geritol.
No, Slim. Those little blue vitamins weren't for your health.
Shit.
Oh damn! Yeah, the celebrity crush thing. It is hard to say because you look back at it, like, and I would want to say like, Carmen Electra or Elizabeth Hurley or Jennifer Aniston, but then you start thinking it's like, well, shit, they might be like 55 now or something. Right?
Dude, Mariah Carey is still hot.
Yeah, I still would.
I mean, J-Lo and Selma Hayek are both looking good.
Selma
Hell yeah.
Hayek is still hot. Yeah, and she's like old.
She's like 50 or something.
Dude, she's like 60, I think.
She's still hot.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I saw I was just scrolling through like a Google News.
57,
And
dude.
it was this thing of Jennifer Lopez giving dating advice. And I'm like, wait a minute, isn't this broad like collecting engagement rings like Thanos?
Hold on. D. Taylor in the chat says his hall passes Queen Latifah. God damn.
Queen Latifah.
Dying, right?
Oh my God!
Dying, right?
Oh my God!
What the fuck?
Yeah, isn't that like kind of like Lizzo?
Now that is what you call a fetish right there.
Who said that?
D. Taylor.
Oh my God.
D. Taylor's funny, man. He comes up with some funny stuff in the chat.
Daisy Fuentes. Yeah, she was hot, but I don't know what she looks like now.
Excuse me. Yeah. Ashley Graham is hot.
You get hepatitis from Pamela Anderson? Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, I think her days are way past. We're not even going down the. Maybe like Baywatch, Pamela Anderson back in the 90s, but yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Pre-Tommy.
But Carmen Electra was always hotter than Pamela Anderson was, to me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth Hurley, I mean, good Lord.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Oh, back in the day.
Selena Gomez. It's funny seeing all these different people's opinions here.
It's good, though. We can't all have the same taste, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our tastes are very similar, I would think, though.
Not only that, D. Taylor says his is Queen Latifah. Yeah, that's actually, like, most of these are out of our league. You could actually probably get her, dude.
I think so. Yeah.
She'd probably fuck you.
So if you had to, would it be Queen Latifah or Lizzo? You know, which one?
Oh, Jesus. Definitely Queen Latifah.
Yeah, Latifah, yeah.
You're stuck on a desert island. All you got is Queen Latifah.
I don't have a death wish.
Yeah, I'm going for the shark.
I'm about to say, I'll take the shark on that one.
Taking the shark over the whale?
Yeah, I'm taking the shark over the whales.
Well, I mean, I'm already with a whale, so.
Queen Latifah is also 54.
Yeah, I'm already with a whale, so.
Yeah. She's not that big.
Queen Latifah seems like the type of person that would probably want to fuck you with a strap on or something.
Big, but Liz is.
All right, you got Queen Latifah. You got let's see who you got. You got Queen Latifah, and you have what the hell's her name? What's that lady from the House of Representatives? Retired.
AOC?
No. That would be a very You got Queen Latifah, Nancy Pelosi.
Queen Latifah's not. I think we're doing Queen Latifah wrong.
I know.
Are we though?
Latifah's looking good now.
She's not that big.
Let me look at an update.
Years ago, and she looks okay.
Anytime you have to say they're not that big, then they're too big.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at a picture of her 30 years ago. She looks okay.
30 years? We're talking about now. I was talking about now.
Yeah, okay, fine. Like, she's not like it's not that bad, dude. Come on. She's not like hideous or anything. She's not Lizzo.
Yeah, she's no Lizzo. I'll give her that.
No, she's all right. I think we're doing her wrong with this. I don't think she's that bad.
She's not terrible.
I mean,
but I don't know. If I had one hall pass, she would not be even on the top 50.
She would not be anywhere near that hall pass.
Pelosi has huge knockers. Pelosi does have huge knockers, but the problem is they're 80 years old.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's like saying Dolly Parton looked good at the Super Bowl, or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, she looked good for a 90-year-old.
Right, they wrapped her in saran wrap and put some of those Hooters tights on her and sent her out there on stage. You know, you unwrap that package, it would melt.
Yeah.
Not to be mean to Dolly, I love Dolly, so, you know.
Dee says that Pelosi was hot back in the day.
Yeah, she actually, if you look at those old pictures, she was. Like, I mean, she was pretty good looking.
So was Nancy Reagan back in the day, too.
I liked Gabrielle Union back in the day. The guy, she's married to Dwayne Wade now. She was hot.
Yeah, she was. My old school crush is Allie from the Karate Kid. What? I don't remember what her name was.
Yeah, that's like saying you had a crush on what's her name from the Wonder Years or something, you know, when you were 12.
Oh, yeah.
Or like, I was thinking Boy Meets World. Remember Topanga?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Topanga.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard nowadays. You look at it and you don't even know if half of them are men or women, so it's kind of tricky.
Hufferbilly's showing his age. He says Stevie Nicks. Good God almighty, man.
Hufferbilly's back there. Lauren Bacall was the hottest girl I knew when I was young.
Y'all remember Helen Keller? She was hot.
Don't let her hear you say that.
Nice. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah.
Jay, I'm not going to even read what you just said. That's just way too creepy.
Right.
Way too creepy.
I don't know who that is, but
I can't see it.
I don't know who that is, but I don't think I want to know, I guess.
Jay's out there. He's going to be taking advantage of the homeless kid and hitting on little orphan Annie.
Brock says Queen Elizabeth was hot back in the day. Like 100 years ago?
Literally, well, almost.
Back in the day, yeah.
Hey, I've seen some pictures of her in her younger years. She wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't look quite the same back then, though. It's like, I remember seeing those, like, you can go back and look and seeing, like, Jackie O, beautiful woman and everything, but you see those, like, nude pictures of Jackie O, and there, it's not that great. Like, if you really compare, like, to today's standards, I guess,
I've never seen nude pictures of Jackie O. Where can I find those?
Just Google it, man. It's on there. Remember, that was a big scandal because they got the nude pictures of her.
Dude, they weren't like Sydney Sweeney tits 60 years ago.
No, that's what I'm saying. By today's standards, it's, like,
Dick Simon says he thinks that Martha Stewart is hot. Damn.
Martha Stewart. She can cook good. I mean, it depends on what you're going for.
Yeah, she's not my type.
But are her...
I heard all those commercials they did together. I heard Snoop Dogg hit it.
You heard Snoop Dogg hit it?
Didn't Pete Davidson, too?
Yeah, all those commercials, him and...
Pete Davidson fucked Martha Stewart?
Did together.
I think so, dude.
The hell?
I think so.
Rumor is she's a freak.
Anybody who make breakfast like that's got to be a freak. You know what I mean? Happy Friday. I'm glad I actually finally got to be a part of the midday show. Normally I've got shit going on, but...
No, I was like, I said a minute ago, I was like Ashley Graham. She's a little bit on the bigger side, but she's really, really hot.
Who?
She was on the cover. Ashley Graham is her name.
Who's that?
She was on the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue like several years ago, and they were like, "Oh, she's too fat." I was like, "Yeah, but she's hot as fuck."
Yeah, I don't even know who that is.
She's very attractive.
Dude, what are you talking about? I know who you're talking about. That chick weighs more than me.
All right, I got to see who this is. Who the hell is that?
What do you say?
I gotta look this up. Ashley
Not the pregnant
Graham.
photo, obviously, but
Dude, she's like 3 Reese's Pieces away from being Lizzo.
nah, she ain't that bad.
God damn.
That's that. She's not. No way, dude.
So she was in Sports Illustrated. Let's see.
She was on the cover.
All right, let me look. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's... No.
Look at hit images and scroll down.
I am looking. It looks like Barney on the beach.
Nah, dude. Nah, you're off.
Come on.
Yeah, she's one of those plus size models.
Yeah, but she's
exactly.
not Lizzo. She's not. She's
No, she's no Lizzo. I mean, definitely take her over Lizzo.
Well, I mean, the amount of people that are way less than Lizzo, I mean, you can count on one hand.
I don't know. It depends on if we're in America. It's getting pretty rough out there.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, this chick's she's
attractive, dude.
She's pretty.
Not really.
Yeah.
I'd pass.
No
I don't know.
way.
You just said a minute ago that J-Lo is still hot, and she's, as the kids say these days, thick.
Yeah.
But she does look good, though. I'm not gonna lie. She's like 55 or something.
Something like that.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find a
I
picture.
don't know. I find it kind of funny now. Like I see all these like younger people and all, and we're trending in the wrong direction. I think.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you see a lot of these like younger people out, you know, in their early 20s and everything, and it seems like, I mean, they're going the way of this. What'd you say her name? Ashley. You know, they're just getting bigger and bigger, and they're younger, and by the time they like have kids and they're in like their 30s, they're gonna be freaking huge, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's still a good variety, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty of girls that look like they haven't eaten in a week.
Yeah.
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 Which they probably haven't.
What's
Yeah,
up?
I don't know. I don't know. We won't shame.
Who else can we shame for being
Right, we won't shame anymore.
Shame me. Throw a name. I'll shame anybody. I don't care.
No more shame.
Oh, man.
Matt Dummett says the goth chick from NCIS.
That doesn't surprise me that that's his hall pass. At all.
I laughed so hard listening to you guys talking the other day about him calling about the people making meth next door to him. I could only imagine Matt Dummett living between two meth dealers.
Yeah.
That's a reality. You don't have to imagine it. It's true.
I know.
Oh, speaking of hot women, now we watched this movie last night. It was called, what was it called? Anna, I think. It's a new movie on, I think, Netflix. I don't know. Mrs. Peete started the movie. Do any of y'all know what I'm talking about? Anna?
Nope.
So basically what it is she is like a smoking hot Russian chick who's basically the female John Wick.
Oh.
Yeah. She works for the KGB and the CIA, and she's playing both sides. And
Completely fictitious, then.
she's fucking one of the head of the KGB and fucking one of the head of the CIA, and because she's undercover, she also has a girlfriend that she lives with. So she's fucking 3 different people, one woman and 2 different men. And she kills like 150 people every 3 seconds.
Yeah.
It actually wasn't a bad movie. Probably because she's hot.
Is she blonde? Little blonde girl?
Not little. She's probably like 6'2".
Oh, okay. Well, I can't tell in the picture.
Yeah. And the guy that played, I think he played in the Dark Knight movie, the Batman Dark Knight movie. The guy that played Bane, he plays in it. He's the guy that she's fucking from the CIA. Let me see if I can find it. I guess nobody else has seen one. Oh, this movie's from 2019. Oh, it's like the #1 movie on Netflix right now. I didn't know it was that old. Here's what she looks like. This is her. I don't know what the actress's name is, but
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not really my style. But okay.
You see why I said little, though? I mean, she doesn't look like she would be 6'1", too.
Yeah, she's definitely
pictures,
tall.
Those must have been some very accommodating stuntmen in those movies.
Well, you can just tell when you watch the movie. She's taller than most of the men in the movie. So that's the reason I think she's tall.
Yeah, but she still couldn't actually whoop any of them.
I don't know. Watch the movie.
Fucking stop it.
She kills about 900 of them.
Yeah, well, guess what? Ronda Rousey couldn't actually beat up a dude the same size as her that's equally as trained.
Also true.
Oh, come on. Girls can do anything men can do.
Mm-hmm.
If you believe that, I got some beachfront property out there by Zona Man, I'll sell you.
Right.
So her name in real life is Sasha Luss. Luss.
Sounds like a porn star's
Yeah, it does.
It does.
Like a porn name.
Yeah.
Sasha Luss.
Yes, Sasha.
Next on the main stage, we've got Sasha Luss.
She's 5'10", by the way.
Oh, she is? They must have.
Yep.
It was probably the 8-inch heels she was wearing the whole movie.
I'd say that the heels add a little to it, yeah.
Well, where is the setting of this? What country is she in?
It's mostly in Russia.
Okay, well, those aren't necessarily short people, so.
Well, she is actually Russian as well.
Yeah, she is. She speaks Russian in the movie. There's half of the movie is English-speaking people, because of the CIA, and the other half is Russian-speaking people, and they have subtitles. But she speaks Russian through the entire movie.
Well, she does have an Instagram, so you could click on that and see, I'm sure it's.
I don't have an Instagram. Does that matter?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't have
Just tell
one either.
Instagram it's for research purposes.
Okay. Well, I'm on it now. Here. Let me go to. Did Volusia just say that she's not his type? What? I mean, are you gay or something? I don't understand.
It's not that. Look. It's not that.
We've already established that he likes them.
He likes a beached whale.
Yeah, right.
No, dude. No. Look, okay. Looking at more photos, she's hot. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she's not hot. I wouldn't, kick her out of bed if she farted. Blah blah blah. Whatever. But she wouldn't be. If I had one hall pass, it wouldn't be this chick. Let me just put it like that.
I
She's
got you.
hot. Yeah.
All right. Did you just say you wouldn't kick her out of bed if she farted?
That's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell, I'd probably invite her back if she farted.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
Pete's hall pass would be Amber Heard.
Oh, yeah. Now, I'll tell you what. I wouldn't date Amber Heard, but a couple of nights would be fun.
Yeah, until you woke up in a steaming pile of shit.
No, I think you have to marry her for the shit on your bed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
That's special privileges.
She's hot. She's crazy hot, Amber Heard.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, do you remember the girl from 20? You remember 24, right? The show.
The show, yeah.
Jessica
Alicia
Alba.
Cuthbert is her name.
Oh, speaking of Jessica Alba, the movie. This might be my favorite movie of all time, and it's one of the most terrible movies ever, too. Guys ever seen the movie Into the Blue with Paul Walker and her?
No.
Is that the surfing
Obviously
one?
terrible.
No, it's not surfing.
No, okay.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, they do surf in it, I think, but that's it's a terrible movie. It's like a B movie, but it's 3 hours of Jessica Alba in a fucking thong. That's what it is.
Yeah, wow. Holy shit. I'm
Yeah,
looking at the picture.
it's a great movie.
I'm about to say, it sounds like a great movie to me.
It is a great movie.
Damn, dude.
All right, well, I mean, they were on the water, right? And,
Yeah, they were in the
Swimming
Caribbean.
around and shit.
Right. Okay. Maybe I'm just thinking.
It's like
surfing.
treasure hunting, and it gets into like drug dealing,
okay.
crime, and all kinds. Yeah, but I don't. The plot of the movie is irrelevant. The fact is that Jessica Alba's running around in a bikini and most of the time a thong for 3 hours. That's it. I don't even think she wears clothes in that movie.
Dude, I'm looking at a photo of her in a swimsuit swimming around underwater right now, and it's yeah.
It's a great movie. It might be the greatest movie ever made.
She is, yeah, she is hot. I remember watching her on Alias. Do you remember that show?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That was a long time. That was in the 90s, man.
Oh, what is that chick's name?
Which?
Oh, damn. It's another Jessica something. She married Justin Timberlake. And the only reason I know that is because they showed up in the town that I live in because his grandfather's a preacher at a church in the town I live in.
Okay. Hold on, I'll find it for you.
I thought this has turned into the perverted midday show.
Oh, Jessica.
Yeah, who cares?
You're talking about Jessica.
Yeah, Jessica Biel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Apparently
according
she's
to
a
the
huge
analytics on my channel, it's 99% male anyway, so fuck them. I don't care.
Apparently she's a huge bitch too, but I guess it doesn't matter. He's
Who
married
is?
to her. Jessica Biel.
How would you know that?
It's a lot of talk.
What?
People, I watch people talk about shit. Some people don't like her.
He's into celebrity gossip.
I'm not, but I have a computer. And
How do you feel about Kate Hudson? I love her.
Oh yeah. Okay. How about Kate Upton, dude?
Her too.
Yep.
I like the awkward ones. Shit, I don't know what the woman's name is, and now I don't even know what the name of the show or movie to tell you she played in. Oh, shit. I was talking about this the other day with Mrs. Pete. I'll think of it in a minute. But she's super quirky and awkward, but somehow also hot. You know what I
You
mean?
talking about Aubrey Plaza?
That might be it.
She was on Parks and Rec.
Yes, that's her, I
Aubrey
think.
Plaza. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty specific. You nailed that.
That is pretty
Super
impressive.
quirky. He's like, oh, I know who you're talking about. That's such and such.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
did
'Cause I
you
feel
know?
the same way.
Yeah, that's her. I just pulled it up. Yeah, that's her.
Yeah, dude.
I think she might have been on Saturday Night Live at one point too. Maybe she was a guest host or something. I don't know, but
Yeah, she was on like Conan one time, and it was pretty hilarious.
yeah.
Yeah, she's alright.
Somebody else in the chat got it too. Frothy Taverns is just as sick as we are, Evolution.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
I've never seen that show. So.
She was on another show that was very popular on Netflix a couple of years ago, that I can't remember the name of now. White Lotus, that's it. Thank you, Vandy Danny. That's the show that I first saw her on. Yeah, that's a good show too.
Never seen it. I've watched a bunch of the movies they had on Netflix when I had it, but never watched any of the shows. Well, I take that back. I watched Cobra Kai. But, who doesn't want to watch, Karate Kid Part 7?
Are they still making those, or did that end?
No, that ended.
Did it?
I think they did one without numbnuts in it.
No, I think
What was that chick's name?
I think you're confusing. I think that fools might be talking about Cobra Kai,
Oh, right. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai.
not Karate Kid.
Do you know who? You probably don't. Maybe she was in fucking Greenheart. Do you know who Fan Bing Bing is?
Who?
Fan Bing Bing.
Ooh, bing, bing.
Fan Bing Bing.
Yeah, Fan Bing Bing. Check her out. FAN Bing Bing.
Oh, I thought that was
FAN Bing Bing.
I thought that was that noodle dish from number one.
That sounds like something you'd order from a restaurant. Yeah, can I get some Fan Bing Bing with some sweet and sour on the side, please?
There are a couple of them
sounds-
crab rangoons in there and a fortune cookie. I'm good to go.
It
All that
sounds more
mustard,
like a
too.
sound my 18-month-old would make.
Look her up. Fan Bing Bing.
I just looked her up. Here she is. She looks like she would slit your throat in 2 seconds. That's what it looks like. She looks like whatever the Chinese version of the KGB is. That's what she looks like.
Yeah, hit her up. Hit the images.
One of those horror movies that come out and like
Hit images. Yeah, hit images. She's hot, dude.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, most Asian women are pretty though. It's just that genetically they are.
Yeah.
You got to be a real fucking dog to not be hot when you're Asian.
Right. Well, that's the thing is the ones who are hot are. I've always said this, dude, and I'll say it right now. Like the Asian girls when I was growing up in the States, the Asian girls that I thought were hot, like the kind of hot girls they have here, they don't exist in America, man. Like a Shanghai, like a Shanghai 5 is like a fucking Florida 9. Like, you know what I'm saying, for Asian chicks. You guys are dealing on a different scale, man. Like the kind of like the girls that you see out here that are like models, you don't have Asian girls like that in America. They don't exist. It's fucking wild. They're way hotter. Like Lucy Liu, I used to think she was hot. Like, she's a dog over here.
What? Stop it.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I'm calling bullshit.
Now nobody over here thinks she's hot. Nobody.
BA says, what about Mike Saw's girl?
I don't know. Is she Asian?
Lady boy, ooey.
Oh fuck.
I've never seen Mike Saha's girl.
Oh man. She looks like she got hit in the face with a frying
No,
pan.
I think it was.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, sorry. She looks like she got hit in the face with a wok.
Yeah.
On one of Edward's shows, Lou used a picture of Mike Saha's girlfriend as his avatar.
Oh my God.
and he just kept yelling, "Help me!"
That's what it is. Fan Bingbing was in Iron Man 3. That's right. Right. Anyways.
Frothy Timer says Jennifer Love Hewitt in her prime. She always looked like she didn't know what day it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was cute. I don't know what she looks like now.
Yeah, I thought Jordana Brewster looked good, like back in the faculty, but as she got older, wasn't a fan.
Which one was she? Was she the one with the short hair?
Yeah, she was in Fast and Furious. Yeah,
Yeah, she was in that too.
yeah.
Yeah, she looked like she would like beat you up and take your money.
Won't they all?
That's a good point.
I'm about to say we had one chick that was like that. Her name was Megan Van Duzer, and she didn't look nothing like that. That bitch was ugly.
Nature Boy says, I'd let Mila Kunis speak Russian to me all day.
Yeah, she's hot. Mila Kunis hot.
Yeah.
I don't know what she looks like these days. I haven't seen her in anything.
Oh, she looks good. She looks good. Yeah, she looks good. Now she married fucking Ashton Kutcher, right? But yeah, she looks good.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been married for a while, I think.
Well, I thought he was fucking G.I. Jane.
Yeah, he was, but they got.
He's married to her too.
He did, but yeah.
No, they've been married since 2015. I'm looking this up. I didn't know that off the top of my head. I just looked it up.
You're a hell of a lot more in the know than I am.
Yeah, I'm just.
I don't know. I'm still going for Selma Hayek from dusk till dawn.
Oh my God.
I'm going for that Selma Hayek.
Oh my God.
Or Desperado.
Yeah, God almighty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Selma Hayek, Dusk Till Dawn. I think that might be the hottest.
Yeah,
hottest
that is
movie ever.
that's an 11 out of a 10 right there. Ain't no doubt about it. Any man who doesn't think she's attractive in that movie definitely is 100% gay.
Yes, 110.
110.
120.
120.
Yeah, what's max gay here on this scale? I don't know. Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman is cute.
Yeah, I like Natalie Portman. Yeah.
Well, I bet you do, Vic. You're a big Star Wars fan.
Yep.
You're a Star Wars fan, Vic? I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
You know that? Yeah.
Yeah. Who would have thought that?
Who would have thunk it?
Yeah.
Who would have thunk it?
Daisy
Lucy,
Duke.
Got you any trips planned? What you got coming up, man? You going anywhere cool? Other than
I'm
know.
going up a couple hours away for a soccer game tomorrow. Beyond that, man, I don't know.
You're not going to a soccer game tomorrow. You're going to Formula One.
That's Sunday.
Oh, so you're going to a soccer game on Saturday and damn, you're like
That's right.
a jet setter.
I do a lot of sports content, so yeah, dude.
Jet setter.
And then next month I got a few trips. I mean, I go to most of the for the Shanghai, the soccer team. I go to almost all their away games, so I'm traveling around the country a lot for that.
Battle Angel says she saw a video on Facebook that says Mila Kunis is very unhygienic and she doesn't shower regularly or wear deodorant. That makes her even hotter somehow.
Why does that make her hot?
You know, Matthew McConaughey is the same way.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, he just looks like he stinks.
I don't know why smelling would make somebody hotter, but
I mean, so does Ron Jeremy, but chicks dig him.
Yeah, Ron Jeremy. That's a blast from the past right there.
Well, they get paid to dig him. But
What a nasty son of a bitch.
I mean,
they get paid to dig him.
not wearing deodorant for a hot woman doesn't mean anything to me. I mean, pheromones in that.
Dude, he was the last of the Mohicans of like dirty, greasy porn stars, dude.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, now all the chicks are dirty, greasy porn stars.
Yeah.
Which
Well, the
apparently
good-looking ones.
Often themselves at a high rate these days too.
Well, I think all the good-looking ones have probably gone to, like, you know, the OnlyFans and all that. So now you're getting stuck with, you know, I mean, most of them, you look at them and they're filming in like a fucking storage unit and their bottom of their feet are black from walking on the concrete, you know.
Yeah. Most of the OnlyFans girls that make a ton of money is like the B-list celebrities, and they go on OnlyFans and make like $1 million a month or something.
You know what it is, man? It's the fucking live streamers. It's like the hot girl live streamers that do like video games and other shit like that, and they have like their tits half out, and so all like the young guys, the teenagers want to see them, but they can't unless they go on OnlyFans and pay for it.
Oh, so we looked this up the other day. So you know who Denise Austin is, right?
No.
She back in the early 90s, she did work.
Girl.
Yeah, the exercise girl. She did workout videos. Now she's like in her 70s. Guess what?
OnlyFans.
Don't tell me.
OnlyFans.
No.
Yes. And Mrs. Peete looked this up. She goes, "Oh, she's on OnlyFans." And I go, is she doing workout videos on there, or what's she doing? She goes, "Well, according to this, she does show her breast and her butt. She just won't show her vagina."
She puts
Robbie
the limit right there.
I said, "What?"
Robbie Tavern says it, dude. He's right. Carmela Soprano's on OnlyFans now too, dude.
What?
Yeah, dude. The fact.
But I have never paid for an OnlyFans. This might be my first one.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
No, you don't have to pay for it. Just go to Reddit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Go to Reddit.
See, I think these OnlyFans, I mean, you got to be like, it's ruining these young people, I think, because, you know, most of these people on there, like, are total losers anyway. And now it's setting their expectations so high that they might as well. They'll just be simps for the rest of their life because.
Yeah, that's the issue, man. It's, you know, of course, you know, people of my generation grew up looking at, you know, images, grainy porn on the internet and shit like that. But like the problem with it now is like you can get these parasocial relationships with them. Like you send them money and they might like respond to you in the chat room and shit like that.
Right.
And
the girl from the Sears Wish book never talked bad to me. You know?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, you take it a step beyond that. I mean, you're to the point now, like when I was in high school, you know, the school slut might have slept with 3 dudes. Now she slept with 300.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
Listen. Solution. You looked at grainy porn. Look, I went up in the attic when I came home from school.
Yeah.
I found my dad's Playboy stash of magazines. I didn't have any of that shit. So.
And you rubber cemented those pages together and they'll never be unstuck.
He saw
Hufferbilly. That's like what I was saying was, you know, your parents would give you the Sears Wish book, you know, and be like, go through there and circle the toys you want. And you'd be like in the lingerie section going, oh my God.
Hufferbilly Paul saw more bush than a landscaper.
Like circling the girls in the lingerie section. Come on, Spanna, come on.
I have to issue a correction. Fraudy is right. It's not Carmela Soprano. It's Adriana Lacerva.
Hey, you're talking about Meadow, right?
No. Chris Moltisanti's girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Christopher. Yeah.
Yeah, she's on OnlyFans. That's correct.
Wow.
Not Carmela. It's Adriana.
Never mind. I'm not paying for that.
For Billy's logged into his OnlyFans account.
How big of a bill? How much of a monthly note is Huffer Billy got with OnlyFans? Are we at 100, 200, $300 a month?
It's less than $10 a month. I'll just say that.
Well, that's good.
I'd be willing to bet that your monthly porn bill is probably more than Celine's, or at least.
No. Actually, I don't pay. I haven't paid for porn ever, by the way. I mean, look, I'll joke about it, but I haven't. I don't do that.
Fucking Paul tried to, in the group chat, try to pretend like he didn't know what Pornhub was.
Come on.
He did.
Right.
He goes, "What's that?" We said, "What? We mean, what's that?" And he goes, "Let me go check it out." Then he comes back and goes, "Oh, I didn't know about this." I said, "Stop it."
He's still on RedTube.
What a fucking Luddite. Who's still on RedTube?
Oh man, I've been on. Well, I ain't gonna go down that road.
Yeah, we know. You don't have to say it. We already know.
Yeah, we got it, dude.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah. Hearing about Nate's masturbation habits are bad enough. We don't need the masturbation habits of a 60-year-old man.
Oh God, help me.
No, we're not going to help you.
No.
You're on your own, Huffer Billy.
And now that Robin has left you twice, you're going to be that bill's going to go up every month, isn't it?
Oh God. The thing is, I mean, we just got off the phone a little while ago, but because we had to get on the phone again. So yeah, it's been fun. She's laughing. She laughs at me constantly. You know how this works.
Well, so we all do.
No, I know.
We all do.
I get it. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with it. I don't get mad. It's none of that stuff. But the good news is, I think Robin and I will survive. I don't think that we're going to be. We'll not be enemies.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, and as I told her, I said, anytime you need me or I need you, we'll always be there.
Uh-oh. That's a beautiful thing.
Yep. No, you gotta care for you people that you know. Like Pete, same thing, and you, Ms. Pete, and everybody else. If something goes down, you know, and you really need, shit hits the fan. Yeah, I'll drop whatever fuck I got to do, and I'll be there. And I do that with, a lot of you guys traveling. Same thing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Likewise, bro.
I don't know what that has to do with me and Mrs. Pete, but I appreciate the sentiment. But.
Well, my only point is I think that sometimes people make a bigger deal about shit. Like, I love Lou's show this morning. Y'all, that was great, wasn't it? That was funny as hell.
I haven't seen it yet. I was off Lou not long after he came on.
Dude.
Oh, I got a funny story for you. When I was out, we were doing trivia last night at this bar, and these two guys had come in, and one was from Colorado, the other was from Florida, and they were about a year or two younger than me, I'd say, about our age, And so they come in there and they're sitting there talking, afterwards, going around talking to people, like, hey, and they were both they give me hell about my Miami hat, and I find out one's a Texas fan and the other's a Florida fan. And the one guy starts making fun. I started making fun of Florida, and the other guy the guy from Colorado goes, old Sunbelt Billy. And I said, Sunbelt Billy? I said, where'd you hear that? He goes, this Uncle Lou asshole that we listened to.
No shit.
I busted out laughing. I'm like, you talking about Uncle Lou? And he's like, yeah, he's that guy. He always making fun of Texas. He finally turned our football helmet back over. Now he put it back on.
Jesus Christ. Always making fun of Texas.
And they were laughing, and I sat there and talked to him for about 15 minutes. It was
that's that one thing about that Uncle Lou guy. All he does is talk about Texas.
I know, right?
No, the guy actually, Lou, you're in the thing. I was going to send you a text because he actually told me, the one guy from Texas, he goes, man, just tell him us real fans don't give a damn about that horns down thing. It's just them bunch of damn women's basketball players and shit. It's like, they loved you though, Lou. They loved your show. They were laughing about it. So I thought it was funny.
That's great.
All that guy does talk about Texas.
I know that's what it was. I was laughing.
That's wild.
But the fact the one guy started teasing about Sunbelt Billy, and I was like, "Where'd you hear Sunbelt Billy?" He's like, this asshole on the internet we listened to called Uncle Lou." And I'm like,
It's like, hey, I know that asshole.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's just good. Anyway, so I was wanting to know, Volusia.
Yeah.
You seem to like full-figured women, right?
Yeah, generally speaking. I mean, I got a lot of different types, but yeah.
No, I'm with you. I'm totally with you. I don't have no issue with it. But at the same time, I haven't seen your wife, and I'm not saying send a picture. But
"Come on, slide into my DMs there, Volusia."
No, don't do that. But I would just say, how would you classify her?
She's like 5'4" and 100 pounds.
Damn.
She's small.
Yeah, she's like 99% of the Chinese population.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Chinese, there's some tall Chinese.
Yeah, that's true,
people.
man. Yeah, there's some big ones. Yeah. There's some big people over here. You'd be surprised, especially now that there's, like I said, KFC and McDonald's everywhere. But no, she's like 5'4", maybe 110, something like that.
Well, that's petite.
Built like me.
Yeah, she's not big.
So Vic says she's built like him.
Killing me, man.
Oh, Vic, I love you.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
that was good.
Oh, Lord.
Taller than me.
Just a tad. Yeah. But anyway, that's cool. Hey, Volusia, I'm. You know what I mean? Every time I hear from you, look, I think that you've done things that most people wish they could do.
I appreciate that.
I think
it's true to an extent. Appreciate that.
Like what?
I think that's absolutely false.
No. Slim, you don't understand. He put himself out there.
I understand much better than what you think.
He went out there and he went to a whole other area of the world, right? And he took a chance and he was unafraid. Okay? Yeah. Look, I think that's a very freaking impressive thing to do. For whatever reason, it doesn't matter. It's impressive.
Hufferbelly Paul finds like the most positive attributes about anybody, and just like, I need to like hire you to walk around me all day and tell me how great I am. I think.
Hey, you're great.
Now here's the thing with that though. Why is he so pessimistic when it comes to Clemson football though?
Yeah.
Well, because Clemson pisses me off.
Yeah.
Pete, Hufferbilly would make a great minstrel. He could just like follow you around and sing little positive songs behind you.
But he's almost like, he's like the old white version of Flavor Flav. You just put a clock around his neck and let him walk around and hype you up.
Damn. Oh, dear God. Flavor Flav.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it.
No, Volusia, I mean, seriously, I'm not joking about it. I'm serious. I think it's interesting.
Don't listen to fucking senile grandpa. Fucking Joe Biden Jr.
Now, Slim. You, okay, so you have a whole other journey, and you're probably got a whole, I ain't going to go down the road of telling all the good accolades that you have.
I want to hear the good accolades. Can you talk up Slim real quick?
Yeah, talk up Slim.
So listen, Slim, listen and look.
Look, listen.
Tell us how great Slim is.
Slim has he grew up in a very bad place. Okay, I mean projects, mostly, right? And he has taken on a what do you call it? A career. He had to work his way through, right? Nobody gave him anything. He had to earn every fucking thing he got. He's gotten where he is, and he's a upstanding person. He holds himself up, and he takes care of his family. Now, here's the best part. He took care of his kid, it's his kid, by the way, because his sister's kid, but it's his kid. Okay? He took care of him when nobody was taking care of him.
Yeah, he still is.
Yes, and he is, and he does. And so, don't anybody wants to say that Slim doesn't deliver. The son of a bitch delivers. So
I'm over here getting hyped up. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, boy.
This is fun. Hey, can you talk up Traveling Fools real quick?
Oh no, I don't know.
Oh damn, you can't find anything good to say about you fools.
Yeah, Pa.
That's messed up.
No, I'm joking. But the good news with traveling is for all of us, right? When you start to realize how smart traveling is, and not just smart, but smart in a good way. Like there's a lot of people who try to be too smart. He's smart in a good way. He makes people laugh with his intellect. He doesn't fucking ridicule anybody. He never puts anybody down. He's always a positive person. So whenever you get with traveling, you know you're in a good place because he's not going to sit there and ridicule you. He doesn't do that. And he loves people. I mean, he does. Trust me, he takes care of everybody.
Well, Paul over here making me blush.
This is amazing. Can you do Vic now?
I can do Vic.
Can I do who?
Vic.
Vic next.
Yeah, me. Yeah.
Oh, Michael Vick. Oh my God.
Yeah, me.
So okay. So the one, well, not one. There's probably three, but at least there's one. Michael Vick has learned how to endure things that should never have to be endured, right? He's still positive. He's a positive individual, and he comes into every stream. He comes into every conversation wherever we are when we're doing Slavs. Michael Vick never complains. It's not. Look, he's had a lot of challenges. None of his doing. He had nothing to do with them. But he comes in and he has a positive attitude, and he's always been this way. And he's not a mean look. It would be nice if he could be a little meaner, but he's not that guy. He's not going to be mean. Michael's a good guy, and look, Mike, I hope. Well, I know it's not. I hope to God that everybody realizes what you're about. That's all. I mean, I really do.
Man, this is
inspiring, dude.
This is yeah. I feel like I'm at the what's that thing you do for cancer every year? The V Awards. Yeah.
Coach V. Yeah.
Yeah, Coach V.
Yeah.
I think you missed your call in there, Hoverbilly.
Uncle Lou wants you to do Mike Saha next.
That's ooh. We'll that's a challenge.
Yeah, let's put this to the test here. Let's see if this really works.
Okay, so Mike Saha. I don't even know what to say.
You low testosterone fucker, you. You don't have enough testosterone to talk good about me.
You soy boy.
Yeah, you know what?
Mike Saha is the epitome of a person who has no testosterone. Let's be honest.
D. Taylor has a great point. He says you need to do cameos and just talk great about people. You can make a lot of money doing that.
Look, man.
I'd buy one.
Everything I said, by the way,
Your life
about
ain't
all,
that bad.
everybody, right? I mean, I'm not joking. I do believe what I just said. I'm not just saying it. So, whatever. You can take it for what it's worth, but I do believe that. I have the much respect for every freaking one of y'all.
Hey, Hufferbilly, will you do me a favor?
Yep.
If I die before you, which I probably will you do my eulogy at my funeral for me?
What?
Will you do the eulogy at my funeral for me?
Dude, if it happens, but it's not going to happen. You're not going to die before me. So.
All right, yeah. So hype up Peete next.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, Pete's the only one on here you haven't done.
So here's the fun part, right? Peete has well, he had the courage to try and start this channel.
This isn't going good already.
Okay, which is exposing yourself in ways you don't want to necessarily. You have to have faith, right? So he had that.
I thought Peete was a fan of exposing himself.
Well, but the good. Here's the thing. Pete's never been afraid of telling people what they need to hear, right? And it's not just college football. I mean, in general, like he's told me, and he don't pull no punches. But the good news is he likes everybody. Not like
Well, that's not true. But okay.
No. Even Chess Hall you like. Okay, so let's be clear. You do. Now you sort of feel sorry for Chess Hall, but you also like him because you know he's in no man's land. But that being said, Pete's very, very gracious. He's always been that way, and he will always be that way because that's what he does. And that's the beautiful thing about being a Clemson fan. You have to be gracious to Georgia when they beat the hell out of you. You have to be gracious to Florida State when they beat you. So he does that. He's very nice. He's a very good person. But at the same time, he is competitive and he wants to win. So Pete's the quintessential Clemson guy. He likes people. He wants to help them, but he does want to beat the fuck out of them. That's what he does.
It's almost as if Upper Billy knows us better than we know ourselves.
I know.
Yeah, man.
I don't know where the whole Chess Hall thing came from, though. That was weird.
Because remember when the whole Chess Hall shit went down? Remember that? And he was like, Peete, I mean, god damn, I love that. You ate him up on that. I ain't your fucking daddy. If I was your daddy, I'd
Yeah. Man, you really are a motivational speaker. You missed your calling. You could have been Joel Osteen, I think.
I don't like religion.
I don't think he does either, to be honest with you.
What about you, Paul? Can you talk good about yourself?
Yeah.
I don't ask him to do that.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
That's not going to work.
Okay.
No, I do. I have a good self. Okay. I will say this. I don't have a poor self-image. I don't sit here and self-loathe or any of that bullshit that people do. I just don't, because it's a waste of time, personally. And at the same time, I think I look for the best in people. I always have, and I will, and I will never change. So that's just me. I mean, I'm sorry. And I laugh. I love laughing. You know that. So yeah. So that's me. But that's it.
I agree with all that.
But we get fun. We have fun. I mean, like when Lou today in that fucking morning show, I was laughing my ass off. I did.
I don't even know what to say after this.
No, I feel like we all just had a eulogy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A eulogy.
Yeah. So when you die, I will come and speak at your funeral.
Well, we screen recorded those just in case, you know. We got the audio.
Yeah, he could make money just going around the country. Like the same way they hire people for Cameo, they could just hire Hufferbilly to come do their eulogy. Like he doesn't even have to know who they are.
Right.
Like all he has to do is like interview their family for 10 minutes, and then he'll be like, "Okay, I got it. Bob was an amazing soul, an amazing person. He really loved animals. I mean, he would never hurt a flea. I mean, all the guy did his entire life was sacrifice for everybody. I mean, the guy, he stopped all the way at the stop sign before he went. He never ran a yellow light.
He used his blinkers.
Yeah. So listen. Here's the next thing we're going to do. The next show, I will do the opposite. I'll do the opposite.
What, are you going to trash us?
Yes. I can go down, and I won't do like Edward. I won't use the same bullshit over and over.
I won't have a Bible in one hand and a slut in the other.
You ain't gonna throw any trash cans or?
No, but I can go the other direction, and then you'll get to see the dichotomy of HPP. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No, but I do like you guys. Genuinely, I'm not fucking around with that. But anyway, I can trash. Trust me, I can trash.
No, I would want to hear some trash talk from HPP. That might be better than what he just did.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta wait to do that one at night though, when he's got about get him about 8-10 beers in him.
Yeah.
Then let him do the trash talking. I think that'd be more fun. That'd be more fun. I'd rather hear you drunken trash talk.
You know how hard it is to be me? I mean, honestly.
Not any harder than it is to be any of us. I know that.
Kidding around.
Yeah.
Hey, are there any container ships going across the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific right now?
Yes.
Are there any evergreen ships?
Yes, evergreen.
Yeah,
my sister worked for Evergreen for years.
Getting stuck in any canals.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting any bridges?
Yeah, hitting any bridge.
Oh, man.
Well, unfortunately, I do have to end the show, guys.
Love you.
No better way to end it than with the Hufferbilly Paul eulogy that we just heard.
Yeah.
I don't think we can top that anyway. So.
Should make that a segment, dude.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea.
Y'all are horrible.
It's funny. No, we appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
But I'm being serious. I'm not. Whatever. I actually am not just joking. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we know, and that's kind of the point.
Mm-mm. All right. Well, be good. Love you guys. I'm gonna drop. I know you got to get off, Pete.
Yeah, I got to go.
Bye.
All right.
Bye,
see you later, buddy. All right, the rest of you gentlemen. I don't know what happened to Slim. I don't know. He must have got into a bad area or something. Either that, or he just got disgusted with Hufferbilly and dropped out on his own. I don't know, but I'm just kidding. Traveling Fools. Where'd he go?
I was on mute. Sorry, I was being polite. I was sitting here talking, saying bye, and realized.
No. Well, but do you have anything going on this weekend? I know you do some streams on the weekend. Do you have something coming up tonight or tomorrow night, or
who knows? You never know.
Yeah,
you never know. It's been a long week, so it's possible I could have some fun one of these nights. But probably Sunday night we'll probably do some trivia or something like that. But other than that, nothing planned. So
all right,
we'll see you guys later. Have a great day.
Love you, brother. See you later. VicTube, you got a show coming on at 6, right?
Yep.
6 o'clock. Everybody go check out VicTube Productions. for another amazing Friday show from him. Any special guests for you today, or are you just, doing the normal deal?
Gonna open up the StreamYard.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks for coming on. I appreciate you.
Okay, bye, Pete.
All right. All right, Volusia.
All right, bro.
Take it easy, brother. Have fun this weekend, and I want a full report on Monday from the FS1.
Yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, buddy.
All right, well, go Tigers and that. See you.
Yep, go Tigers. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for me as well. Thanks for hanging out on this beautiful Friday afternoon. I'll see you guys very soon. Have a great Friday and have a great, safe weekend. Your boy is checking out.